shoes are going to have to come down, okay? So let's make a straight cut like here and a straight cut like that. And then let me see, get that little, and then we're going to do it again. We're going to come here like this on each side, and we're going to make straight cuts, okay? And do it again here, because we're going to bring those shoes down until we end up with them pretty thin, all right? And then just like right here, you're going to come at an angle, and you're going to come at an angle, and you come at an angle, and you come at an angle, okay? All right, and let's go straight through those legs here. Now the shoes are still, they're still two things. So we're going to angle these off again, and we're going to cut these like this. And then we're going to angle the front of them, and we're going to cut them off like this. Okay? And I'm going to cut this down a little bit. And I'm going to cut this down. A little bit like that. Okay? And then we're going to take just a little bit more off this top. Shoes are going to be kind of flat. They're not going to be, but I'll show you what we're going to do. And once again, for the last time almost, we're going to angle them off a little bit more. And angle them off a little bit more. Okay. Now this one seems to be sticking out a little bit more. So I'm going to take that off, take this, come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way. Okay. Now this one needs to come down a little bit more, so I'm going to make a flat cut across there. Looks like this one. Looks like this shoe needs to just come in a little bit. And come across like that. Okay. And from the back, see, you just come down, and then from each side, you work that in there and cut from an angle down, and on each side you just work that where he looks like he begins just to look like a series of angles is what you have here. Now we're gonna bring this part in just a little bit more on each one. Okay, now as you can see, of course, his back is too thick. Okay, so here we go. We take the back and we do the same thing. A series of angle cuts. And a series of cuts, angle cuts here. And then we just deepen these. We can cut that down and then deepen those. So let me bring this down back here. Series of cuts. Okay. And just like back here, we cut this, and this has to be brought down, okay? series of angle cuts, just like that. And we need to cut this down just a little bit more on each side. Okay. And you're going, what in the world is he doing? Well, this is just a way of a little bit something a little bit different I wanted to show you. And just like that, this angle. And you say, well, wow, how can you remember all that stuff? Well, it's not a matter of remembering, it's just using straight cuts to create the character of this this person, this figure is what I'm saying. Okay, now the back, unfortunately, is still a little bit thick, so we want to continue to make some cuts back here. All right, and then from here we come down like that, and from here we come down like that. Okay, and then I come up here and I remove a big cut off of this, and the same thing here, a big cut like that, in other words. Okay, now then I come over here and watch. I make a big cut like this. And I come over here and I make a big cut like that. See what I'm saying? See that? And continue with the legs. I want to make him kind of thin, okay? I'm going to make him pretty thin. Now, let me come with a big cut like that, and a big cut like that. All right? And then kind of just bring that down right there. Okay? All right. Just bring it down. Okay. Bring that strong right there. And bring that strong right there. Okay. Now, we'll hit this up here just a minute. And hit this right in here. Okay. Now, okay, let's straight cut right here. Let's straight cut right there. Okay. And straight cut right there. And straight cut right there. Ooh, boy. And a straight cut right here. And one. Till we get that out of there like that. Oh boy. It is so hot, folks. Okay. And let's see, I'm gonna get another straight cut right in here. And sort of angle off the legs like that. We're gonna make him so as you see, he's just in And that just sort of flows into the, now you got to be careful when you cut that because you're going to cut into the thing a little bit. Alright. Okay, as you can see now, so let's go behind here one more time and let's cut back here, okay? Get that kind of straight back here. And again on this one. Like I said, when you get through with him, he's going to be he'll be kind of thin around certain areas, but he'll be all right. Okay. Okay, we need to take off a little bit more than this. Okay. And I need to cut this down just a little bit more. You look at your shoes and you see how close they are to one another, and if you need to cut one down, you cut it down. There you go. Now as you can see, this is not going to have a face or anything like that. Make a straight cut there. A straight cut there. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and make another cut there. Make another cut there. Another cut there. And let me straight cut this, this, and that. And we're going to do the same over here. This needs, I need to take a little bit off this. And I need to make a little cut in here. Alright. You see what we're doing? We're just making a figure with and it's basically angles. Okay. Now I'm gonna cut back here down. Okay. Male person coming by. Whew. Boy, it is steaming. It's amazing. I'm just sitting here just whittling, having a good time, and my shirt is getting soaked. Isn't that something? I'm gonna come back here. I'll make some cuts back here. And I'm gonna cut that up like that. All right, now we want to make the head a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make a cut like that. And I want to make another cut like that. And I want to make a straight cut there. And I want to make a straight cut there. You see, you equalize it on both sides. What you do, straight cut there, straight cut there. And the same thing here. Okay? Now I want to sort of take the top here, and I want to make kind of a flat surface on the top up here. In a way. And then kind of just sort of cut an angle cut like that. There we go. And then come here and make a strong cut right there. Okay? All right. Come cut in here. And cut in here. Now if you want to make a face, you could do that. This is how, in a little sense, and let's just make a cut right there and do that and make a cut straight like that. In a sense, this is the way a lot of flat plane is done, as the angle cuts that they make in something like this. Okay, and as you can see, the head is fairly small. Make a little cut here and come back here and make a good cut. Same thing here. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and make one more strong cut right there, and make one more strong cut right there. Okay, where it gives it sort of that angle look, in other words, and then a strong cut right here. Okay, now let's go ahead and make a straight cut just like in the section right here. And let's remove that. Let's do that again. And let's make a straight cut just like that. Okay? Down here like that. And as you can see, he is just a series, and I'm going to make another straight cut right there, and another straight cut right there. So he is just basically a series. Let me take one more cut right in here. Make that a little bit more feminine. And we have pretty much, let's make one more straight cut there. And then we're just going to come up like that. Okay. All right, you see that? See what we're doing here? Now, I don't expect you to be able to do all these kind of cuts. We're just kind of sitting here whittling. But I want to show you what you can do with angles, and this is a lot like what flat plane is. Flat plane is just simply making angles and making your person that way. But you have to take the time to create the person. Now, if you wanted to give it a, give it a face, you could, but you don't have to. You don't have to give it a face or anything like that. And I'm not going to give this a face. I'm just going to do it just like that, in other words. And I'm going to show you, we're going to, instead of painting this figure, we're just going to kind of give him a clear coat, or it's just coming up here, or whatever, to make him the way that we want him. Okay, let me go wet him. Let me go wet him for a second. It's something a little different this time. We just okay, and I'm going to show you here what we got, and you can stain him or just go over him with a little hang or whatever. But as you can see, he is like a little flat plane figure, but he doesn't have, he's all based upon shape. And if you want to, instead of these shoes being, you can take and from each side just go up like this, okay? From each side go up like that. All right? Just like that. And there you have your little figure. Get that. And you say, well, I never figured that out in a million years. Well, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just showing you how the use of a series of just straight cuts, which is like a flat plane cut, a long elongated cut, can produce, and this is sort of a symmetrical type figure. He's not, you know, I mean, I could make him into a, you know, just a regular guy or something like that. But his cuts and his angles have a lot to do